Hi guys, Mitchell here, Mitchell in Minnesota. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 1 year post-op video. I can't believe that I can say that. My 1 year post-op video for my gastric bypass through and Roux surgery. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in hearing about, then stay tuned. Hi guys. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm gonna take a quick sip of my coffee, my Mitchell, Minnesota mug that little Kansas kitty got me for Christmas, which I use all the time. Isn't this the coolest stinking mug you've ever seen? I love it, I love it, I love it. I use it all the time. So, 1 year post-op. I can't even believe it. Okay, I wrote all my notes down for today like I normally would. My name is Mitchell. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the 1 year post-op video. I had my surgery on August 7th, 2018 at St. Joseph's Hospital in St. Paul, Minnesota. My doctor was Dr. Jeffrey Fawzen, and my highest weight for this surgery was 273 pounds. My day of surgery weight was 260 pounds after a 2-week pre-op liquid diet, which was terrible. And my current weight today is 208-ish pounds. So that's a total loss of 65 pounds in 1 year, which for a revision is not bad. We're going to talk about some things that I want to do better and some successes that I've had and where I want to go in with that, because I know a lot of people lost a lot more by this time, but I also am on my own journey and doing my own thing, right? So that's that part of it. We're going to talk about my summer vacation thus far because I'm pretty much back. There's only one more thing that we're doing this summer, which is the Minnesota State Fair, but that's here in St. Paul. So first of all, I wanted to take a moment to thank some of you. This journey, when I started this YouTube channel in June or July of last year, I didn't know what it was going to be. It was more or less just kind of me documenting things because I wanted video proof of myself being hopefully successful. I didn't know where I'd be at this point. Today is actually August 9th, so I'm 2 days past my 1 year anniversary and my 31st birthday. Thank you to those of you who have reached out with birthday wishes and things like that. That's very kind of you, very sweet. I'm 31, so I'm kind of babbling, but I did want to thank a couple of you, and this is not an all-inclusive list. There's so many of you who have said kind things, sent me beautiful messages, been so involved in my success and helped keep myself accountable, because up until this point I haven't been able to be held accountable. So I wanted, in no particular order, little Kansas Kitty in Kansas City, Missouri. One of my new BFFs who, like all of you that I'm about to say, are just incredible people, and I'm hoping lifelong friends. I got to go visit her in Kansas City this summer, so go back and I think it's like 2 or 3 videos ago, we surprised our viewers with I traveled through Kansas City. Daniel's journey, fantastic. Go check out his page, and he's got so many recipes and things like that. You've got to go check out Daniel's journey. Just so kind and so positive, and he's kicking butt and taking names too. VSG Joe, killing it. I miss your videos, but I see you on Instagram, so I know that you're alive and doing well. Jessica Cakes, one of my birthday buddies, my fellow Leo, so happy birthday. We were born a couple days apart on the same year, so we're like twins that way, and both West Coast kids, so yeah. Dottie Mae in Michigan, I love to watch her videos and kind of see how she's doing and her success. She's a revision from, I believe, VSG to bypass, right? No, or VSG to VSG, like hopefully she'll correct me on that. So Numi, one of the first channels that I saw, well, about a year and a half ago. I'm so proud of Numi. I know we all are. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of all of us. Numi recently, she's been working. She hit that 100-pound milestone way back then. She's, kicking butt, taking names, doing the darn thing, being a superstar. So just so proud of her. Every time I watch her videos, I light up. And I can't not watch, because I watch all of your guys' videos, whether or not I've been commenting recently because it's summer and I'm lazy. I'm watching them all and I'm loving them, and and they're just great. And finally, Mini Me in Tennessee, Lisa, Mini Me in Tennessee, and she was the first, and I think for a lot of us, including a little Kansas Kitty, which we talked about on our video, she was the first person that I saw on here, and I watched her videos from in video 1 all the way up in chronological order. Once I saw 1, and I was like, I'm gonna want to watch this gal, so I started from the very beginning and watched her trials, tribulations, successes, areas that she wanted to get better at. So she was really a standing point for me to kind of do this YouTube channel, because I saw that she was doing fantastic. Barb's Do-Over, a few, I mean, there's so many of you who have been so monumental in my success, because I call what I've done thus far a success. I am successful so far, and it's not just because of me, it's because of people like you guys. And it doesn't just extend to these incredible people. There's also those of you who may have never said anything to me, but you watch my videos, you like them. I can feel it. I know that there's really goodwill, and this is an incredible community to go onto. I think when we look at social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I have a hard time looking at comments on pretty much anything, because the vitriol, people are so unkind to each other, you guys, and I know that you know that too. The things that people say to each other are horrible. So to be a person who's heavy, obese, or whatever you want to call it, putting themselves out there like this, that's pretty ballsy to be able to do. So I just wanted to take probably a few minutes more than I had intended and talk to you guys, and thank you all for being so incredible and successful, and helping me be successful through your own success and your kindness and love and support. So yeah, let's talk summer 2019. So as many of you know, most of you know, I'm a teacher. I have summers off. One of the first summers ever teaching that I have not worked full-time to continue to be financially stable in our lives. But when I said at the top of the video that I'm around 209, I had traveled to the West Coast from Minnesota, and I drove because I love driving. And actually, I took my scale with me, and I weighed myself every day, because I do weigh myself every day, and I feel like that keeps me accountable in a good way. And the night that I was in Oklahoma City, which must have been somewhere around June 20th, let's say, I was down to a low of 205 point something. So I have been lower, but what my surgeon, my bariatric doctor, and my nutritionist have said is that it's okay to have fun on vacation, because it's not a forever thing. And if you don't come back gaining weight, then I have some serious questions whether or not you've even had fun. So my highest I actually saw was 215 a few days ago, but you know, there's some irregularities in bathroom patterns, and there's a lot of you're eating foods that are different, and I indulged on a few different things, absolutely. But then again, so some of that is just water weight, some of that is, you know, waste inside of us, and some of that is, yeah, I absolutely have gained a couple pounds, but we're getting back into the school year here in the next few weeks, and I'm going to be able to continue that trend down. I am looking so forward to hitting 199, strictly because Wonderland is an incredible thing for most people. I am also 6 foot to 6'1", somewhere in that. I've got a bigger frame. I'm not a little person by any stretch of the imagination, so that's something that I am really looking forward to. Okay. So my notes, of course. So Brazil. I have a video from Brazil, but I got to go visit friends. I have some friends on here from Brazil that are watching my videos now, who have subscribed, so that's really nice. And I love going there. I'll always go there because that's my second home for some reason, it feels like. So I'm gonna kind of insert maybe some pictures and videos in here. And I love Brazil. It's an incredible place. I then spent 4th of July with my husband, Travis. He flew into Vegas where I was staying with his mother-in-law, actually, or his mother, my mother-in-law. He flew in, we spent 4th of July together in Vegas, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I worked in Las Vegas in the school system for 4 years, so I got to see a lot of my friends, my teacher friends, and people that just really mean the world to me, and it was so therapeutic to do that. I then zipped up to Washington State, my actual home state. I told a lot about Minnesota, and I'll always told a lot about Minnesota because that's where my family is originally from, but I was raised in Washington State. So I'll insert some pictures, hopefully, of the scenery. And, you know, Washington will always be my original home. And it's just been a wonderful thing. And then, where am I at now? I got home and I was home for we were home for maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half. And keep in mind, at this point, I had driven through Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, part of Arkansas. Is it Texas? No, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, California, Oregon, Washington, and then coming back, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Minnesota. So that's a lot. I also have a Starbucks cup for each one of those states that I didn't have before. So I have spent more money this summer on cups from Starbucks than anything else. But I digress. So we actually went up to northern Minnesota. So I'm gonna I'll put a couple pictures in here. Walking across the Mississippi River again. It's really nice. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. And I don't know if I'm gonna voice over them or not, but some of these pictures, it's just, northern Minnesota is so beautiful. We went up to Bemidji, which is in northern Minnesota, and we went to the Paul Bunyan and Babe the Big Blue Ox, who is from Bemidji. Bemidji is where the Mississippi River starts, which to this day I wonder why the Mississippi is called that. We went to Lake Itasca, which is crowning jewel of what I wanted to do this summer. It's where the Mississippi starts, and that video, I'm sure I put in a video of myself walking across the Mississippi, because it is, where it starts. And it's funny because I called my mom and I told her about it, and she says, oh yeah, I've got a picture of you as a baby doing that. And it's true. My mom has a picture of herself, my dad, my grandma, and I when I was 3 months old, at the headwaters of the Mississippi at Babe the Big Blue Ox in Bemidji. And just so happens that 30 years later, I went there with my family, so my husband. So that was really fun. We then shot over to the North Shore, so the road that touches Lake Superior in Minnesota. We went to the Split Rock Lighthouse north of Duluth, Minnesota, which was absolutely incredible. It's beautiful. That's a lighthouse that they put in because there was an incredible, I think the most shipwrecks due to not seeing rocks or things like that. I don't know the full story behind it, but it was absolutely stunning, feeling the breezes and everything. And then we drove back home and rested for a few days. And then, you guys, on the 6th, so a few days ago, we drove to north of Chicago, Waukegan, Illinois, and went to Six Flags Great America for my birthday. So I will put in some pictures and videos here, and then we'll talk about it. So that was so much fun. I am a roller coaster junkie. I've been a roller coaster junkie. And if you would have asked me a year ago, hey, do you want to go to Six Flags Chicago? No, I don't, because I was too heavy to ride the rides. And not only was I too heavy, both in weight at 273, probably more at that point because I wasn't, you know, looking at my weight. I proportionally, my hips are bigger, so it's even harder because that part of my body is just bigger. So getting in those little seats on the rides would have been incredibly difficult, if not impossible. And there were a couple times throughout the day where we had people who were larger who were unable to fit on the rides and had to get off. And that is my biggest fear at a theme park, and probably one of my biggest fears is being unable to do something because of my weight. So that in and itself is an incredible accomplishment that I'm so proud of myself for being able to say, you know what, I did this. I went on every ride. We paid the extra money for the Flash Pass, so we didn't have to wait for anybody. We just got on whatever rides we wanted to. It was a little snug in some of the seats at hovering around 2'10", and 6'1" in height, you know, so it was already, you know, there's that anxiety of like, am I gonna fit? I fit on everything, no problem, but it was definitely, every time I sat in that chair and I could pull it down over myself and I was good to go, I felt incredible. Pro tip, or not even pro tip, side story, I went on my birthday, so the 7th, 2 days ago, my 31st birthday. Growing up as a roller coaster enthusiast, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go so hard. Da, 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 da. We did the teacups too hard, you guys, and then I had to get off and get Tylenol because I got a headache. That's welcome to life in my 30s, I guess, as I just can't handle those types of rides. What's funny though is I figured it out. It's spinning rides. I can't do spinning rides. They make me want to vomit and die. But I love roller coasters, and we were able to do some roller coasters. Travis even lost his hat on a ride called the Goliath, so that was a lot of fun. We still have the Minnesota State Fair, but my summer's been so jam-packed with stuff, I haven't had an opportunity to kind of catch you guys up, so I know this is a bit of a long video. But again, I want to take you guys on all of these journeys with me because this is all in relation to weight loss. This is all in relation to that stuff. So, speaking of that, I came up with 5 things that I did great or feel great about in the last year, and 5 things that I want to work on or do better at in this year. Let me get a sip of my coffee. Good. Okay. So 5 things I did great. 1, first and foremost, I had my bariatric surgery in 2018 in the last year. So I feel that was the biggest accomplishment because as any of you know that are either starting the process, been through the process, or anywhere in between, you know that that's involved an incredibly laborious process to begin with. Number 2, for the first time in my life, I track food a lot better. I track food for the most part, what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my mouth and my body in a way that I've been able to on multiple occasions say, I don't need that, rather than just forcing it in. Number 3, I have more energy because the weight has been taken off my joints, my hips, my arms, my rib cage, so I was able to be successful in having more energy, and that was really important. Number 4, my self-esteem has gotten so much better. I'm able to look in the mirror at myself with more confidence, knowing that I am thinner, and being thin does not equal beauty. Being thin does not equal power. Being thin does not equal betterness, okay? That's not what I want to say, and I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. Being thin is just who you are, if you are, right? For me, on my journey, I want to be thinner. I wanted to be thinner so that I could feel comfortable walking around town without perceived eyes on me or actual eyes on me. That's the only reason. And of course, my health. I think that should go without saying, but getting that weight off of my body. And I found this community. I found you guys. I said it in previous videos, you know, my weight loss clinic has a bi-weekly or monthly support group, but you guys are in my support group. And I'm very thankful for that. Like I said at the top of the video, I'm so incredibly thankful for you guys. 5 things I want to work on or do better at this year. Number 1, I want to track better because I fell off the wagon with tracking about 7 months in, and I need to get back on it. 2, I want to keep my videos regular. Now that we're moving towards hopefully getting to goal in the next year, I'd like to be to goal. So things that I'm doing to be better in that way. I love videos, and not just necessarily weight loss videos, my Bath and Body Works videos, of course, because you know that's part of me, who I am. Just kind of fun videos too, vlogs and things like that. I think if there's anything that you guys would like to see, please let me know, and I'd be happy to do it. I want to run 3 5Ks this year, within the next year. We did one last year, and it was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to doing 3 5Ks this year. 4, I want to enjoy more outings. I think the last year I've been super nervous to go out and enjoy anything because I felt that I would lose control. And I think that that was a fair estimate and a fair guess. I want to be able to go out and enjoy dinner with my family and friends and be able to indulge a little bit here and there, but also keep stuff appropriate and keep myself on track, because nobody has to go home in my head. I have to go home with me. So there's that. And then 5, I want to be, and probably most importantly, I want to keep up some regularity with exercise, whether it be the gym or or being active in that way. I got really good at it March, April, May, June hit, and then I wasn't able to keep that up. So getting into the gym, being more consistent, being better at it, that's incredibly important to me. I think that's going to do it for this video, you guys. I am so lucky to have the experiences that I've had this summer. I'm so lucky to have you guys to be able to reach out. And you've reached out to me, and I've been able to reach out to you, and we've been able to share with each other, both personal things out on the internet. It's just, I'm so thankful for all you guys. I cannot thank you enough for who you are. Again, if you're new here, please follow, like, subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Mitchell in Minnesota, and my email is mitchellminnesota@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me, and I will get back to you. Thank you, guys. 1 year out, we did it. There's the arm flappers. That's how you know we're losing weight. Yeah, thanks, guys.